In this video, I'm gonna go over a typical day in my life and a typical day in my student's life, just so you can understand what's happening with all these penny stocks. Stick around, you're about to be enlightened. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the little alert notification bell so that you get alerted when I have new lessons that are gonna change your life. What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader, here with another lesson. Not the most exciting lesson, but I do think this is gonna surprise a lot of people about what it takes to actually make a lot of money in the market over time. It's a lot of small gains added up over and over again, and sometimes it includes small losses too. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible so that you understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint. No one stock, no one day, no one sector matters. If you get too cocky, if you get too aggressive and you bet it all or you use leverage, yes, then one trade, one bad thing could matter because you're risking everything on every trade. But if you utilize a small portion of your account and you trade scared, trading isn't so scary anymore. And I know that's kind of counterintuitive, but I find that counterintuitive rules work the best. I don't look to trade every single day. In fact, I think of myself as a retired trader. I only come out of retirement when there is a trade that's good enough that I would feel guilty about missing. That brings me back out of my hypothetical retirement. And that's purely just from a mindset standpoint where I don't want to overtrade. Because I have, frankly, a lot of money, and I have a lot of students looking to me like, what to trade? What to trade? There's a lot of pressure. I have grown accustomed to it, and I have tried to elevate myself and discipline myself so that I'm not tempted to trade all the time. Because most trades, they're guessing games. You're not going to make a lot of money. Today, for example, I made roughly $2,000. I often say $2,000 a day keeps a real job away, and it's true. Of course, I trade with a small account. I donate all of my trading profits to charity because I want to teach you the process. Speaking of, I'm going to include a link to my Millionaire Challenge just below this. If you want to join my challenge, if you truly want to be a dedicated student, then I'll teach you. But you got to be hardworking. So when you click the link just below this video for my challenge, do not be lazy. Do not just say, oh, I want hot stock picks. Instead, recognize that I'm going to teach you a skill, and you better follow instructions to a T. Because if you don't, you'll probably end up like 90% of traders who lose. So thinking about that, here are my two trades. Let me just show you screenshots. I made a little over 1,000 on IPCIF. This was a first green day OTC runner. Click the link below. I'm going to include a link to that video on first OTC green days. Very important. So now you have two links to think about. My Millionaire Challenge, if you truly want to learn and be dedicated to learning this craft. And now a video on first green day for OTCs. I also made a little under 1,000 on RAFA. I locked this in. This was a little bit of a longer term position. I have a separate long-term newsletter. I don't want to confuse you. This is all about short-term trading, but I still made a little under 1,000, and I actually sold it too soon. If I had waited till the end of the day, it would have been about 2,000. But if I can lock in nearly 1,000 and potentially make 2,000, I don't always capture everything. And I don't want you to think that you're going to capture the entire move of any one play either. Okay? It's all about taking whatever part of the move that you can. I often say, like, take the meat of the move. Let me show you a tweet. So this is from Wayne, and he says, up 9.3% on my $1,500 overnight position on OWCP. Biggest percent win in my trading career. Sold too soon, but that's okay. Thanks for all the free YouTube content, Timothy Sykes. So this is just a good example where OWCP, I think, was up like 40-50% on the day. He sold too soon. He admits it, but he made nearly 10% on a little overnight position, and he learned, okay? That's the key. And he's studying my free YouTube videos, as you can see. He says this in the tweet. So in case you wonder, should I actually study these free YouTube videos? First of all, they're free, okay? Most people who study my free stuff are broke, so you have nothing else to do in life. You can't even go to McDonald's. Maybe go to McDonald's, that's about it. But you're just killing your body in your future. Don't even get me started. Next tweet. Look at this. One of my students said INPX bought the breakout, made 15% on this one. Starting 2020 the right way, thanks Timothy Sykes, day trading stocks, girls who trade. And we should have more girls who trade. And INPX was a huge winner. This girl only took 15%. Are you noticing a theme, okay? And I have no way of verifying if these students are telling the truth or not. I'll give you that disclaimer right now. It doesn't matter to me, okay? These stocks, if you pull them up on your screen, INPX, OWCP, these are the biggest percent winners on the day that we're filming this. I don't care what happens to the stocks 3, 6, 9 months from now, and they're taking the meat of the move. Here we have Kyle in at 19.196 cents, out at 25 cents on INPX. Great way to start the day, maybe ready to start taking slightly bigger size in my trades. Happy New Year's all. So this was a small trade, small position. INPX actually went to the 30s, so Kyle sold too soon. But again, he's on the right track. He's taking the meat of the move, and he's learning. So this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to take a few cents a share. You're trying to get used to the volatility. Focus on the big percent gainers, a few $100s a day, a few $1,000s a day. I mean, this one, he took a very small position, but again, it adds up. Here is 2 Rip Cheek 4, made $586 on SES today, took $1 a share, shorts asked for it, and on SAVA, another big percent winner, made $298. Thanks, Tim. Can't wait to go live when I save up more. Looking forward to join Silver and apply for the challenge real soon. So this is the beautiful thing. Whether you're paper trading, whether you're trading with small accounts, whether you're trading with a big account, which again, I don't think you should, especially in the beginning. It's good to be conservative. You're learning how these stocks move. You're seeing, are you better at buying morning spikes? Are you better at dip buying? Leave a comment underneath. What's your favorite pattern? I'm curious. Do you like first green day OTCs? Do you like dip buying morning panics? Do you like short selling first red days? It doesn't matter to me. Do you like midday trades? Do you like paper trading? Do you like trading with a small account or a big account? Tell me what you like. I'm very curious actually, and I read every single comment. This is how I get to be a better teacher, because I'm trying to, help you understand that every trader is different. You're different from the next. Even though my top student, Tim Grattani, has now made nearly $9 million, you're probably not Tim Grattani, okay? But to be fair, he made nothing his first 9 months. So if you've made nothing your first 9 months, don't feel bad, because Tim Grattani made nothing his first 9 months. Now he's made nearly 9 million. Long story short, you have to start getting accustomed to missing trades, taking partial positions, taking partial profits, but trying to take a few $100s or a few $1,000s, and more importantly, learn every single time. Next tweet. These are all from today. I just wanted to show you. Thomas says, so far 2020 has been great thanks to Timothy Sykes. Made a perfect dip buy on INPX. Long 5K at 28.32, out at 32.26 for $197 profit in 5 minutes. These patterns are so predictable. Hashtag I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. And this is it. I'm not that smart. I'm not that good at math. None of my top students are. The patterns, if you study them, I say this all the time, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because they keep happening again and again. INPX was a great runner today. Very similar to a lot of low-priced runners lately. Very similar to a lot of, just speculative January effect type plays. And notice Thomas and Kyle had 2 totally different entries. Kyle got into INPX at 19 cents, out at 25 cents. Go to Thomas. Thomas was in at 28. So 50% more than where Kyle was buying. 50% more, and yet he still made money. So don't feel like there's one specific spot. When there's so much volatility, there's usually multiple ways to profit. Next tweet. Here's Deontay, and he says, hey, it's the Iron Bank on Profitly. I almost cut a third of my losses today, made another dip on INPX. In at 29, out at 31 with 9,000 shares, played it safe because I'm distracted. Thanks for all the video lessons. So look at this. Deontay understands that he's distracted. He understands that he's playing it safe. There's nothing wrong with that. It's better to play safe. I'm proud of students who play overly safe. I'm concerned with students who tweet me and they say, I'm done playing it safe. I'm going to be aggressive. Once upon a time, Tim Grattani was in a trade that was going against him, and he tweeted me and he said, I'm going to drop the hammer on this stock. I don't care what happens tomorrow. And I called him up and I was like, whoa, calm down, dude. Okay? And we had to get his mindset in order. he ended up taking a loss, which was a tough loss at the time. It was his biggest loss, but it prevented a loss 3 times the size that he would have taken if he just dropped the hammer and didn't trade conservatively. So never forget, it doesn't matter how much money you make, trade conservatively. One big loss can wipe you out. If you ever get too cocky, the market will humble you. Check out this next tweet. This was Deontay's second tweet to me in the day. He said, I was already a motivated student, but seeing my studying finally pays off means a lot to me. When I get off work, I'm about to watch so many video lessons. Once again, thank you. I truly appreciate your great teaching abilities. I finished up $450 on the day. So go back to Deontay's previous tweet. So when he first tweeted me at 11:34 in the morning, he was up $340. Then about 2 hours later, he was up $450. And he says, he's already motivated, but now these gains motivate him anymore. So hopefully this is what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying look how easy this is going to be. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm definitely going to make $450. But hopefully when you start seeing how many people who are studying it's paying off for, it motivates you to study. Everyone always asks, what makes you and your top students so special? Why are you so profitable in an industry where 90% of traders lose? Because we study. Okay? My whole existence is, one, creating video lessons, DVDs, and webinars for you to study. The actual content, the actual trades. Otherwise, I'm making videos like this that should help you say, wow, a lot of people are doing this. Random people all over the world, and that should get you to study. Because the one thing that all of my top students and I have in common is that we study our butts off. We are prepared, we are meticulous, we are obsessed. So if I can get you studying all these nuances and patterns and rules and lessons, not just for me, but my top students. If you're in my challenge, again, if you click apply now in my challenge below, you get access to all my webinars. Not just me, but also Tim Grittani. Tim Grittani has given 50 live trading and Q&A webinars. Some of the webinars he makes 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand during the webinar. You can see his screen, you can ask him questions live. Okay? You can see other people asking him the questions. Those are archived webinars, but if you get in my challenge, you get more new live webinars. You get 2 to 4 live webinars a week. I think it's the single best thing. But I gotta get you studying. It doesn't matter how many webinars we give or how many video lessons I make if you don't study. So leave comments below. What are your favorite patterns? And if you don't know what your favorite pattern is, just say, I look forward to studying. 4 words. I look forward to studying. 5 words. See, I'm not even that good at math, right? 5 words, say I look forward to studying, and that will increase your odds of success. I can't guarantee you profits, but I can guarantee you that I'll teach you everything. I just need you to be meticulous. So go, leave a comment, watch my video lessons, go click below to apply for my challenge if you're truly dedicated, and let's get you learning to earn a few $100s a day. It adds up over time. Thank you.